Hi everyone, so today we'll be looking at this new set from Diamond Press that they have brought to HSN ahead of the June 11th Big Craft Livestream. It is the Garden Party set. In the initial video I did for these sets, I showed you 3 of the 4 sets that Diamond Press will be having or presenting that day, and I will be presenting it for them. So please tune in. Excuse me, and in the description box I will update the hour that Diamond Press will be on and the hours of the event. So this one's called Garden Party, and they send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links down in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like, possibly in a little shopping bag here or under the tab that says shop. So let's check this guy out a little closer. Like I said, I showed it in the initial video, but I didn't really open it up and all that. So let's look at the inspo. Super cute. Again, we have all our different main like icons. You have the cake, you have the cupcake, you have the flowers, which are like a background stamp plus a detail stamp on several different little flowers. You have dies that are like the star, the leaves, the little like banner, the little tag, the word celebrate. I love the balloons, so cute. So you have the background, or you can just, you know, maybe do the detail stamp and then cut it out, however you like to play that one up. You have the strings, and then you have this really cool, like, string that's more stylized. Hooray, you know, stop and smell the roses, you are so loved, some cute little icons, and then they have some inspo there. And so, really nice size dies. Of course, that means the stamps are about that size. So with the dies, you know, they're like 3.5 inches, a little over 3.5 inches on that one, by like 2 3/4. The cupcake, to me, these are the focal points, are about 3 inches, almost, by like 2 1/4. And then nice big celebrate, all kinds of cute stuff that go along with your stamps. Again, the layering stamps, your sentiments, and all that good stuff. It does come with a couple of sheets of the sticky sheets, the new adhesive that Diamond Press has been including in their kits. You can also pick up more of these if you like them on mydiamondpress.com, so I'll have that linked in the description box. So it comes, they come with instruction on how to use them, but essentially you're going to do your die cut and then you pop it in between the 2 layers with the back of your die cut facing the little gray dots, because that's the actual adhesive, and you just kind of give it a squish squish and then open it up, and you can take out your die cut and it'll have the gray adhesive on the back, and you just stick it onto your project. So it comes with a couple sheets of that, an applicator, and some instruction, and it also comes with, of course, a marquee folder for the Diamond Press marquee. But if you don't have a marquee, you can run these thin metal dies through any machine that cuts thin metal dies, and that will work. So I'm going to grab some inks and papers and all that good stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have a few things here. I have a card base that's A2 size, so if you're making your own, you would want 8.5 by 5.5 score to 4 1/4, or you can do it the length, you know, where you kind of stand up like portrait mode. So that would be, if you just, that would be 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5.5, and that'd be another way of making a nice card base. I do have a piece of really light pink paper here, cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, because that's the kind of matte layer I like. But 4 by 5 1/4 is great. Do the whole thing 4 1/4 by 5.5, however you like. I'm going to grab some inks. I think I'll do a background, and then we'll do the cake today. I'll be right back. Let's put some of these things to the side. I have a rubber mat, like a stamping mat here, to help me, because I'm just going to freehand this, and whatever happens, happens. I think I'll use this color, Blossom. I'm just going to make a little background with the different flowers, and then do the, you know, the detail stamp, kind of where I think this guy would be. I could bring this out too, just to have an idea. We had it here or here. And if you're afraid to do this, definitely use a precision or a stamping press. Stamping tool would be great, because I'm just going for it. Just a couple of those. And this mid-sized flower. We can go with a little bit different color. Something like that. Yeah, that one's going to be kind of covered up anyway, so let me put another one kind of out here. Something like that. That looks pretty cute. Maybe one more of this guy coming out here. Okay, let me clean these off and I'll be right back to get the detail stamp. And again, I'm just eyeballing this. And I'm sorry I sound a little under the weather. I guess my kids being a little under the weather finally got me. So there we go. Again, just doing a little more stylized, just matching it up. Another thing I like to do is spray a little water on that base one so it looks more watercolory, and then you can come in with this guy. And again, I'm just going for it. So I'm using like a darker pink. Oh, that one was like right on. And then this guy. And you have more control if you use a stamping block that's closer to the size of what you're using, but I'm just kind of going for it. Now this one I will pay more attention because I can see that there's like a little, just looking at the shape, this little kind of rounded area, I see that's like right there. So I can get this inked up and I already have an idea of how I'm going to place that before I have the ink on it and try to go for it. Ooh, like right in here somewhere. I don't know that I need to do that other one because it's not really going to show, but maybe we should just go for it. Just in case. Okay, and then this last one down here. Okay, cute little background. Let me clean this up. I'll be right back. We have our sweet background. I'll put that to the side. I want to go ahead and stamp my cake. Then we'll get that colored in. I'm going to use alcohol ink markers, so I'm just going to take this guy. We're going to cut that down, so, or cut it out with the die. And again, when you're using alcohol ink markers, you want something that is not going to reactivate when you use the alcohol ink, so a water-based ink is best. A hybrid ink will work. With hybrid inks, you definitely want to wait until it's dry. I can see there's like a little bubble here, so let me just kind of let that bubble out. You definitely want to let it dry before you go in with the alcohol ink markers. Oopsie. I'm just going to use some black ink here. This one's Midnight. Firm even pressure. Looks pretty good. Might have missed a little bit in that very center, so I'm just gonna ink that up again. Just get that going. Alright, I'm gonna let that, dry, and I'll choose my alcohol ink marker colors, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, let's get a little closer, and again, just putting down some color. I do want this icing to look white, I think. So I have just some neutral color. Again, depending on what you're doing, a light blue, a gray, something like that. Since this is a baked item, I thought, well, maybe just like a little bit of this light kind of tan color. Not too much so that looks just white. Oop, any flower centers, I didn't grab those. Some brown. I'm going to make the little pedestal cake stand brown, so I'm going to go in with this darker one. And in here, if you want to make it look like gold, yellow is a good option with maybe some hints of like orange. And then I'll just bring that through. Just adding a little color. Okay. You could always leave the center not colored and then come back in and do another coat, because then that makes it look more rounded in the center. But I can still do that even if I do it this way. So let's say we did that, and then we come back and just kind of go there, just to the middle, but don't really color in that middle. And it'll look lighter than the rest. And it'll just look more round there. Hopefully that makes sense, right? And then the flowers. So I'll go ahead and color these guys in, just a little color, and I'll be back. going to finish off the little centers, a little yellow, and all of these little guys. And that is it, guys. So we'll take the die. I think what I'll do is I'll have this, we'll have this guy cut out, and let's do the word celebrate. So I'm going to go ahead and run celebrate through probably some gold paper. And then this guy, let's see how close we are. Now that is right on there, and of course I want to make sure that I'm spot on, so what I can do is run that through a scrap of paper. If you want to do a drop shadow, you can definitely run this through a scrap of paper that you would drop shadow with. That way you can use that drop shadow, the die cut that falls out of here. But let's go ahead and put that down. Let's get a little tape. And I always look for an area to do this where it might open up nicer for me. Maybe there. And we're just going to run that through. I should back up my view. Sorry, it's a little tight right now. Let's move this over here. I'm going to back this up just a little bit. I have that. And if you want to drop shadow, you can definitely drop shadow with that. And maybe I could, you know, for this one, it probably still would work. But I don't know if I'll need it. So anyway, you open this up, you don't take it off, you just hinge it wherever it is that you put your tape, and you can kind of see, well, not kind of, you can see where you're going to be cutting. And wherever you're happy with that, just lay that down, make sure this gets right back in that same groove. Little tape across here, maybe a little more. You really want that to stay where you put it. That's the whole point. And then we'll run it through one more time, and you'll have a much better idea of where you're cutting. So let's see what we got. And look at that. Perfect. Okay, let me run through the word celebrate, and I'll be right back. My word celebrate, I actually used a pink kind of foil paper. If you want to run that through a couple times with some white paper, you can layer them up together, so this is like higher up if you would like to do that. Let me go ahead and glue this guy down, and then we'll see what we want to do with the rest of our pieces, and we have our card. I did not expect to sound like this morning. Oh, what are you gonna do? Alright, so there we go. And then we have that guy, he can just pop right there. We can also do a drop shadow. And you know what, maybe I can move this over a little bit and we'll still see some of these other flowers too. That's cute. Maybe a very slight drop shadow. And then celebrate. Cute. Okay. Let's go for it. Just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down too. Okay, let's see where we're doing that. Maybe like here. Cool. I'm going to hold that down before I move on to my wording. And I might go ahead and run the word celebrate through some white paper a couple times. I'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is just glue these guys together. So this layer, just glue it right on top of this one, and then just glue the pink one right on top. Okay, and I'll be right back. I have some glue on the back. I just put glue on my hand, the back of my hand, and patted this into it. And I just go little by little, each letter, just making sure it's lined up really nicely. Like right here, I have some, there you go, some adjustment to make, and there it is. And I think I have enough glue, and it's nice and sturdy. I love the way that feels. To get that, maybe a little bit more glue. Okay, and I'm just going to, yeah, I mean, it can go anywhere. That's really cute. Maybe here. I'm just going to hold that down, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, and you know what I said, I'm going to hold that down. Sometimes I put some weight on it, and then just go and do something else. So there we go. Beautiful card, really sweet. I love everything that's going on here. I love that we went ahead and did all the flowers so that they can show in the background, and there you go. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. I'll have the info, like I said, updated for June 11th as the day draws nearer, and thank you so much Die Press for sending these items for review for this really wonderful opportunity. Guys, I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links there for you, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.